First off, I'm seeing all these comments. See, I didn't check the community. I told you I switched it to 12:30, so y'all missed it. I better explain myself when I get there. What's good, everybody that's on here? I ain't nobody on. He's one person. Before got mad and left. All the what pictures? What are you talking about? I don't came on here. You talking about the stuff I'm unaware of. Put it 2 minutes later. It's crazy. Wait. What's good, bro? Man, I'm about to go ahead and go through a few things that I'm sharing with y'all about. As you can see the title of the live. Gonna go through early predictions, things for episode 7. Then we're gonna talk about the ugly ass fools that killed famous. I think I'm pretty much figured out the entire thing. Then I'm gonna go over how I believe potentially Kanan could meet Breeze. But I want to know what you're talking about. What you saying? Well, yeah, I knew that scene with him meeting up with Biggie is in season 4. I never said that was in season 5. All of them leaked pictures we saw last year with Unique is from season 4, including wearing that fur outfit coat. Ah, okay. That's what you're talking about. I mean, it still don't mean that. What's up, DeMarcus? Mine said Unique and Rock probably fucking right now. Try to give it a few more minutes to give a couple more people the time to come up in here because I guess most of the people were still thinking it was 12, and they came. It was like, dang, this man nigga ain't in here and left. Unique isn't dying this year. He gonna be on the top of the streets at the end of the season 4. How many times y'all think they gonna kill Unique? What's good, Cedric? Snaps and Pop could tell law enforcement that Howard was last seen with Rock. Like I said, I seriously doubt Snaps and Pop tell law enforcement anything because old school gangsters like that, first off, snitching is not something that most of them do. And then on top of it, you're not going to want to give the cops information that you don't have to give them. Like telling them where you last seen them is just something that you're just stirring up something for no reason because then you'll have to answer, okay, so how do you know this? Then you tell them something else. They're going to ask you another question. They're going to keep questioning you and questioning you, wanting more answers until you're going to start getting close to saying shit that you don't want to say when you can just not say nothing at all. After Unique revealed himself to Rock being alive, it should have cut them in the bed before credits roll. Load. Let me go ahead and get some. I'm gonna start it in 1 more minute. Get some of these daggone what's it called set up here. Well, now I guess I'll do that.
It's too much. You can't get it. I want to, but I can't.
Hope we dig deep into the famous murder mystery today, fam. Yeah, I am. You know he not smoking rock. Right, he not. She not my girlfriend said that. That's right. Unique is a whirlwind, not a breeze. Cool. Y'all think Kanan putting Marvin down if he pop fame? I think he could possibly do that, but Marvin didn't do it. I figured that out. Well, actually, bro, if you would have checked the community, you would have seen that I said 12:30. Y'all didn't see that though. I get it though, because I kind of put that in there a little late. I feel it. But I'm just saying. I definitely said 12:30. I switched it. Hey, support. When you saying Unique went to see Rob, but not his own baby mama and son, that's something my girl said too. She like that's how you know he's still in love with Rock. How you go to see her, go get a fresh cut, get out fresh, and go see her first before you go see your baby mama? It's crazy, but I think this is all business stuff, bro. He trying to get all his, he trying to get everything situated before he go to see her because he don't want to go back to Panessa and stuff not set. That's what I personally think. But anyways, though, I'm about to go ahead and get started. Uh, we got currently 9 people up in the chat. So we're gonna start this thing off actually with the early predictions for episode 7. Now as we can see in the description. Well, see, more as you dig more, you get more information. But it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Garcia. I was, 10 toes down on, and I still am. It wasn't Garcia. But anyways, Unique and his soldiers assume control of the corners and the queens, leaving Rock and Marvin in desperate need of more answers and more product. Kanan searches for a missing OC. So go ahead and just dive into that real quick. Pretty much, we already know. We seen the photos of for the we actually seen the images, the video of all them ugly-ass niggas that was coming out of their truck. They was coming out of their gen like Mexicans. That Biggie gave Unique. Like we seen that photo already. So you know that's how he gonna take over the corners. He gonna use brute force, and it's gonna be a lot of them, and they just basically gonna take over. Like I was telling the Jamaican dude that was swearing up and down that he's not gonna be able to pull this out. I said, bro, I'm telling you, what he's gonna do is he's gonna have a bunch of niggas and they're gonna take over the corners. Ain't no matter what Rock got going on, she can have all the product in the world. If these niggas are taking over all of the spots, how you gonna sell your stuff? You can't. Because her operation was made for finesse. She got soldiers, but not a whole lot of them. Like it's a few of them. So that's what they gonna do when it comes to when it comes to this, him taking over the corners. Also, let me see something else that for sure in these early predictions what to expect. I think Marvin is gonna kind of have something. I can't put my finger on it what it is, but if you remember in the trailer at the very end, he was saying this is a Rock was saying that's a big fucking move, and then and Marvin replied back to it, that's a big effing problem though. This a big effing problem. So it's somebody. I'm guessing it might be somebody that they typically wouldn't go to, or something that they typically wouldn't do unless it's just a last resort. So that's telling you how bad things about to get. So that means Neek about to be ugly as hell. He about to do something. And then of course we know Lou is gonna be stepping back into the game. So I think Lou gonna show us something. That nigga he about to be hella time. Early Tyler time is up this episode. I would say so. I think we could lose early Tyler this episode. I predicted 6 for him originally, so he made it past 6. This is 7. But yeah, because you seen what he was saying with the Bookie shit, and I think something. My only thing is, will it be Marvin or will it be Unique who take him out? So this is what's going to determine that. If Unique decide, oh, you ain't useful no more, you working with Marvin, I can't trust you, and he might take him out, or it could end up. It could end up being, Marvin finding out that he knew Unique was alive this entire time, and then he gets mad and takes him out. That could be the mistake that they speak of in episode 9. Because remember, it speaks about Rock trying to, it talks about Rock trying to recover from Marvin's mistake. So that could be the mistake that they're talking about. He said Unique being breed seems to be 1% now. He's just Unique. Why do it seem to be 1%? Very curious to know that. Brian gonna mess up that robbery. So yeah, that's something else that I think probably will happen. You feel me? And that is something that probably will happen in this next episode too. We're gonna see B Rilla make an attempt to try to rob Garfield as I call him. And that's gonna go. Something's gonna go wrong. It's not gonna be a successful hit. Like then they're gonna get caught and arrested. He might get killed, or it could go wrong, and he might end up killing Garfield, or the dude with him. What's his name? Kenyatta might end up killing him because I just feel like they have to fulfill what they talk about in the theme song. Where they say robberies turn to homicide. It's nothing to play with. So I believe this will be the first one. If we haven't already seen one, have we seen a robbery attempt already and somebody got killed? Somebody let me know in the comments, but I don't think yet we have seen that. But anyway, shout out to DeMarcus. He comes in with the super chat. He said it's ironic that Stefano said that the bookie was skimming money. However, a made man owe ET 10K. The bookie wasn't skimming money. That's something interesting. So basically, you're saying it was one of the Italian niggas that did that, possibly Tomoso, and he always thought that it was him. That's interesting there. Marvin getting put down in episode 9. originally that's what I was thinking, but I'm not. I'll say this: I'm not super hot on that as I was originally, because, it could happen because I think that big room, whatever it is that he's doing, this I got to see what he does this episode coming up, because in my opinion, I think what's going to determine it is whatever that move that that Rock is speaking of, saying that's a big move. I believe it's gonna be what determines his fate. So if it's maybe him trusting somebody or something like that, putting trust in the wrong person, that could potentially come back to bite him. But I don't know. I'm kind of closer towards the 50-50 mark now. Because at first I was kind of head over heels that he was the one that took out Fame. And obviously, that was gonna, whoever took him out, obviously Curry go find out who it was eventually. So let's see. Do y'all remember the scene in the trailer for the season where it looks like Lou had a ski mask on, taking money out safe? You know what? We did see a part like that. Not sure if it was Lou or not, but it may not have been Lou. Maybe we can go back and pull up the trailer to see what part you're talking about exactly. Hold on real quick. I do remember seeing something like that. But anyways, while I'm looking it up, what are you getting at with the with that particular scene?
Southside, we live. Season 4 trailer, Raising Kanan is here.
Live with that. But I have to be able to trust my business partners.
Make sure I put this up in there. Hold on. I ain't got time for the foolery. YouTube, do not mess with me. I'm tired of this shit. Over there.
Probably had a big beef because of that. Now I grit my teeth.
What we do, it's all about who you know.
Hands cause it's all about money.
Just think I'm dead.
I'm getting mine. Here I am, turn it over.
I ain't never been more alive.
I want to make some real loot. Get me some information. Kid.
I'm pausing this so I won't get hit with this copyright, people. Just say y'all know.
Thank you, lucky stars. You got a mother who loves you.
Yes! Beware of the hand when it's coming from the left. I ain't tripping. Just watch your step. Yes!
You want people to see you as you?
I'm curious of this scene too, when Marvin kicking in his door.
You gotta let them know
Still ain't got that scene with Rock crying.
who you are. Famous last words.
It must have happened towards the beginning. Let me go back.
Trust us.
But now is how they're gonna see you forever.
Now you want people to see you, Kanan.
I want them to see me as me. Not who my mother is.
Gotta be real careful, Kanan. They get to where they are without dropping a whole lot of bodies behind.
Oh, like how you got the way you are?
All right.
So here, is this what you're talking about, or are you talking about?
I work with your mother, kid.
All right.
I work.
Oh, like how you got the way you are?
All right.
There? Is this what you're talking about? That might say everybody don't be real as Breeze. You know he Gavin. No, I'm talking about in Raising Kanan, DeMarcus. I'm not talking about in Power History. I know for sure it happened in Power History. A couple of them don't happen. I'm talking about only in Raising Kanan because that's the one with that theme song talking about Robert turning to homicide. What's good, Buggets? Y'all tripping Lulu not taking out Be will help Lou and Rock against Unique. Interesting. Scream on Twitch and you would have a better chance at showing power footage. Been saying this. I gotta create a Twitch shit. I ain't got no damn Twitch. Everybody know Be Willa is Breed or he could scream on Kick. Could Fame's torture and murder have happened at a different time by two different people? Maybe, but I mean that's not exactly how I see it. But I mean that's I guess that's a possibility. It might say OC gonna be found in a trunk of a box Chevy. All right, so yeah, that's the image you was talking about. But anyways, though, that's another thing that we definitely can be, looking out for this coming season. We know for sure that little minion is gonna scheme and try to steal. Well, I think he's gonna be successful in stealing Kanan's money. Now, is it gonna come back on him? Absolutely, but yeah, that you prepare to see that little bastard, steal Kanan money. But let me see. Anything else for episode 7? Things that I'm predicting that I think will happen for sure. Early Tyler, I think might get up out of here. Who do y'all think Stefano was talking to when he said, when obviously he was talking about Unique, so he was saying he wants Rock's head on a platter. Who y'all think he was speaking to? Could he have possibly been speaking to some people? I remember some people saying it could be Shang Tsung, but I mean Shang Tsung wouldn't care if he wanted Rock's head on a platter because he don't like her. So who is somebody that he could be talking to that would maybe care? Perhaps Snap and Pop, maybe, even though they don't really care. But another high candidate, I think they could possibly be talking to Kanan. Because, Kanan don't rock with his mom like that. But if he see a threat coming her way, he might do something about it, right? They gonna find that little nigga. Stefano was talking to Marvin, I think. Well, Marvin should know that he wants her head on a platter, but yeah, he could be. Quick question: if anyone can remember, was Tony Teresi from Long Island? I actually don't remember, so maybe somebody else in the chat can answer that for him, whether or not he was from Long Island. This is why Kanan never worked with no Unique. He not gonna be down with him gunning for his miles. Neek, not Breeze. Well, when I get done with this, you might have a different answer because that's the last segment of this live. So Sonny said he's from Atlantic City. I do remember hearing something like that, I believe. So, all right. So that's another thing to look forward to. Let me see. I think I feel like it's another one that's in there that I'm missing. I know for sure Kanan and Juke, they're gonna be working together because you can hear up in the episode 7 trailer, they Kanan telling Juke, we're gonna take this back to the streets. So that's something that's interesting too. And I'm gonna explain that when I get to the segment of Kanan and Breeze meeting. Because it's some parallels that's going to be going on in that situation, but I'm gonna get to that. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much all my predictions. Anybody else got some predictions before I close this out and move on to Famous Murder? I think that's going to be the biggest segment. Yeah, he met Kate in Atlantic City. Now I know that for sure. Now is he from there? I don't know. Granham Coleman said he coming back as Zombie Ronnie to fight Unique. That'd be crazy. I'll be here for it though. But why would he want to fight Unique? He would want to fight Kanan. If Rock had something to do with Famous Death, you think he won't work with Unique? He absolutely would. Anyways, Tony Teresi not in jail yet. He get locked up in 94. And Razor Kanan has been in 92 since season 2. That is a fact. Another people that's saying Famous dad is the murderer, and nope, that is not true. I seriously doubt it is Famous dad. Rock will tell Unique that she got rid of his baby and Unique crashed out. Definitely could be a possibility. Here's a question for y'all before we move on. Do you think this episode Unique will finally let Vanessa know he's alive? All right. So I guess I'll go ahead and transition over to the Who Took Out Famous segment. Oh shit.